What happens when you get everything you ever wanted and it destroys you? We all dream of the big number, the lottery win, the business sale, the life-changing inheritance. We think that money is the cure for anxiety. We think it is the key to safety. But what if I told you that for your brain, winning $50 million feels exactly the same as being hunted by a predator? In this video, we are going to explore the dark side of wealth. We will explain why 70% of lottery winners go broke, why rich people often end up isolated and paranoid, and most importantly, how you can fix your broken relationship with money before it's too late. If you want to understand the psychology behind the money, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us share this financial education with more people. Now, let's look at the machine. To understand what happens to a human being, we first have to understand what money actually is. We are taught in school that money is a solid object, a coin you can hold, a paper bill you can fold. But in the modern world, that is a lie.
Today, money is velocity. It is physics. It is energy moving between massive computer servers at the speed of light. Think about it. When you buy a coffee, you don't hand over gold. You tap a card. A signal flies to a satellite, then to a bank, then to a server. Data point. 92% of all the money in the world exists only as digital code. It is ghost energy. We build these massive bank vaults not to store physical cash, but to control the speed of that data, to keep it from moving too fast.
And this is where the danger lies. Because money is energy, it carries weight, it carries pressure. And if that massive amount of energy hits a single human being all at once, it can shock the system. We call this a liquidity event. It is the moment when all that potential energy becomes real. It flows into your life like a tidal wave.
This could be selling your business. It could be an inheritance from a relative. Or it could be a lottery win. It is the moment you go from normal to wealthy in a single second.
Most people think financial freedom looks like sitting on a beach doing nothing. But that is a fantasy. You cannot just sit on high-voltage electricity.
Money demands attention. It demands to be managed. It demands to be protected. If you ignore it, it disappears.
And if you touch a high-voltage wire without wearing protective gear, you get burned. Let's see what that burn looks like. So why does the human brain treat a massive win like a massive wound? Why do lottery winners often say it was the worst thing to happen to them?
We assume wealth brings safety, but biology tells a different story. Everyone prays for the flood of money, but nobody builds a boat to survive it. Did you know that 1/3 of lottery winners eventually declare bankruptcy? They lose everything. It's not because they are stupid. It's because their biology is working against them. Your brain evolved for scarcity. For thousands of years, humans lived in tribes where there wasn't enough food. If you suddenly hoarded all the food, the tribe would kill you or kick you out.
Meet Alex. Alex is our subject. Today, Alex is about to receive $50 million. He is sitting in a perfect, expensive room. But look at him. He is freezing. He is sweating. His body is reacting as if he is in a fistfight.
This is called homeostasis. Think of it like a thermostat in your house. Your body wants to stay at the same temperature. When your life changes too fast, even if it's a good change, your body fights it. It views the change as a threat.
The wait is agonizing. Alex is waiting for the notification. The stress hormone cortisol is already spiking in his blood. He walks to the boardroom. In movies, this is a moment of cheering and champagne, but in real life, it is quiet. Real money is always quiet. It happens in silence. The silence stretches out until... There it is. $50 million. Liquid cash. Alex counts the commas. 1, 2. It is real. Most people think they would scream with joy right now. But Alex doesn't scream. He freezes. He goes numb.
This is the cortisol flood. The stress hormone overwhelms the system. His brain isn't producing dopamine, the happy chemical. It's producing chemicals for fight or flight. The amygdala, the ancient lizard part of the brain, is screaming an alarm. It says, "You are now different. You are separated from the tribe. You are vulnerable." In your mind, you haven't just won a prize. You have painted a giant red target on your back.
So, what happens next? What happens when your bank account is full, but your mind is still operating in survival mode?
It's called identity lag. Imagine your bank account has traveled to the year 2025, but your brain is stuck in 1999. You still think like a poor person, even though you are rich.
Psychologists call this sudden wealth syndrome. It is a real diagnosis.
The symptoms are severe. First, guilt. Why me? I don't deserve this. Second, isolation, pulling away from friends. And third, suspicion, believing everyone wants something from you.
The money feels fake to Alex. He can't process it, so he starts doing strange things to test if it's real.
Here is a tip. We call it the 30-day rule. If you ever receive a windfall, do absolutely nothing for 30 days. Don't buy a car. Don't tell your friends. Let your brain catch up to your wallet.
But Alex didn't do that. He feels like an imposter in his own life. He is a stranger in his own house.
And without a job to go to every morning, time loses its shape. It just melts away.
Does money make you smarter? No, it actually makes you less trusting. It makes you suspicious of human connection. Alex checks the locks on his door. Once, twice, 3 times. He is convinced someone is coming to take it away.
Data point. Wealthy individuals are 2 times more likely to suffer from serious trust issues. They believe people are only being nice to them because of the money.
Look at Alex at this dinner party. He is trying to act normal, but he can't. He analyzes every smile. He wonders, are they laughing with me, or are they laughing at me? The poison even spreads to his relationship. He doubts his partner. He thinks, does she love me, or does she love the $50 million?
Wealth acts as a magnifying glass. If you were a little bit insecure before you got rich, the money will make you completely paranoid. This is sensory overload. The brain short-circuits because it cannot tell who is a friend and who is a predator.
So, what is the natural reaction to fear? You try to buy safety. But can you really buy safety? Or do you just buy a nicer prison?
This is the fortress mentality. You build walls. You move to a gated community. You stop going to public places. Alex starts hoarding cash. This is illogical. Inflation eats cash at about 3% every year. He is losing money by holding it.
But Alex isn't thinking about math. Alex is thinking about survival. He wants to stop the anxiety.
The irony is simple. The more you have, the more you have to lose. And that fear of loss becomes a cage.
Eventually, you realize you have locked the world out, but you have locked yourself in. Now, let's talk about spending. Why doesn't buying a Porsche make you happy for more than a week? Alex struggles in the grocery store. He tries to save $2 on olive oil just to feel like he still has control over his life.
Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. Imagine running on a treadmill. You have to run faster and faster just to stay in the same place. You buy a toy. You get a spike of dopamine. You feel great for 2 days. Then your brain adapts, and your happiness goes back to baseline.
So, to get that feeling back, you have to buy a bigger toy, and then a bigger one. It never ends.
We call this the man in the car paradox. You buy a Ferrari because you want people to admire you. But when people see a Ferrari drive by, they don't look at the driver. They look at the car. They imagine themselves in the car. You remain invisible.
Alex has everything the world says he should want, yet he feels like he has absolutely nothing. So, how do we fix this? How do you repair a broken relationship with money?
The first step is to stop counting and start living. Alex needs to breathe.
Step 1 is utilization. You must view money as a tool, like a hammer or a wrench. It is not a trophy to be stared at.
We call this mental liquidity. You have to let the money flow like a river. If water sits still in a dam, it becomes stagnant and toxic. If it flows, it brings life. Instead of asking, "How much do I have?" Alex starts asking, "What is this money for?"
Step 2 is stewardship. Stop acting like the owner and start acting like the caretaker.
Invest in things that last. Buy experiences. Buy time. Buy freedom. These are things that no one can steal from you.
What is the ROI, the return on investment, of a deep breath, of a walk in the park? Look at Alex now. He is finally present. He isn't analyzing the cost of the moment. He is just enjoying it.
Step 3 is connection. Use money to connect with people, not separate from them. Buy dinner for your friends. Support an artist.
You are alive. That is your greatest asset, not the number in the bank. What is the sequel to getting rich? What happens after the movie ends? It is called stealth wealth. It means being rich, but living simply. It means finding joy in cooking dinner, not just ordering catering. The paranoia fades. The city lights are just lights again. They aren't targets. The final lesson is this. You are not your bank account. The number does not define your worth.
The sequel to wealth is meaning. You have to decide where the energy goes.
Money is energy. Let it flow. Let it build. Let it help. Wealth is not what you hold in your hand. It is how you live your life.
Remember the 3 rules. 1. Pause when you win. 2. Connect with others. 3. Give your money a purpose.
This has been the Liquidity Event. Thanks for watching.